Welcome back to the channel, friends. It is good to be here, and I hope you're doing well. So today, we're revisiting the demo of a game called the Fangs Forges, and this is a high fantasy tactical turn-based RPG with terrific art and lore. Now, I did a video back in April showcasing the demo, and we're taking another look here today because some new heroes have been added to the game, along with new updates. And also, friends, if you're interested and like this game, consider signing up with the link in the video description below to be notified when the Kickstarter for the game is live. Now, there are certain benefits to doing this, which are listed in the video description, so check it out if you like. So we're gonna hop on into a brand new run. Smash the like button if you're liking the content here on the channel. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below, and become a subscriber if you are new here. Thank you so much. Now let's rock and roll. Alright, so loading on into the world of Fangs and Forges, and I mean, if you haven't seen the first video, or maybe this is the first you've seen of this game, I mean, just get an idea of kind of the scope of this world. It's got some like Skyrim or, Elder Scrolls vibes to it for sure, but, all of these different locations in the full release anyways will represent an area that you can interact with, right? And there's different things to do in each of these locations, like there's different towns you can recruit heroes in and take on quests. There's different locations to fight, and probably even more planned for the full release, of course. However, in today's demo, we do have two areas available to raid, and this is where you're going to do your turn-based fighting. We have the Land of the Ruins and the Fallow Plains. So in my first episode, we only had the Fallow Plains. Now we have the Land of the Ruins, so that is new. We'll certainly be checking that out. As far as towns go, we just have Waukesha or Waukesha right here, but a bunch of different towns available. And like I said, this is where you recruit heroes and take on quests. So just kind of imagine the scope of this, right, once that's fully released. And then as far as commissions go, there are 4 active quests. The Vidaka Plague, we have the Rogue Leader, we have the Bandit Boss, and we have the Life Reavers. We'll see if we can accomplish some of these here today. Now, I did mention new heroes, right? So I think the best way to showcase the new heroes for you is to do a bit of a hack that the dev kind of cued me into. And all I have to do is hold down left control and press A, all right? So we're going to do that, and then we get a grade up. Apparently, we get a bunch of gold, we get a bunch of renown, and we also have access to a brand new hero. So this is super cool because I kind of want this episode to be centric around battling and the new heroes, okay? So, let's go ahead and get some more heroes. Let's go into Waukesha or Waukesha. Let's jump on in here. We have the currency and the renown to recruit the 2 heroes here as well. So let's go ahead and let's scout them out. So we have Kahina Sanu Natori, okay? A skirmisher type with Slicing Rush, After Image, and Blood Claw for her skills. Looks pretty tough. So let's go ahead and hire her.
Layer
Absolutely.
after layer.
And it remains to be seen how long the little Control A trick will exist, but if you want to try out the demo for yourself, you should be able to do it for yourself as well. Let's go ahead and scout Jupo Draw, or maybe that's Aura. Draw or Aura. Let's get this guy. Who's he? A Mad Alchemist, Madness Potion. Throws a special elixir at allies, boosting their attack and defense and speed. Gravity Bomb. Okay, so it looks like it's going to make travel tougher. And then Firewall. Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll definitely get him as well. Why not?
Just a little experiment.
Okay, perfect. Let's head back to the map now. So all of the quests have been accepted, right? It's these 4 things, but let's assemble our team. And let's try to feature the new heroes. So, the new hero that I got by pressing Control A is this individual here. Kapu Novani Chasawi. Okay, it looks like some sort of bipedal beast type with a whip, which is pretty cool. It's a hybrid type unit. Physical, bruiser. Okay. Let's see. So 31 damage. So a pretty good physical force it does appear. Let's check out the skill set. So whip hook. So looks like he's going to whip and then pull a unit closer. We got bare hands. Strikes an enemy up to 3 times, pushing them back along free hexes, with each hit dealing more damage. Okay, so if they have a bunch of space behind them, use that. We have crack and cripple. Bonus damage targeting enemies' mobility with the crippling strike that reduces their speed. Mamo Shield, which is a passive unit, blocked range attacks on adjacent allies. Starting at 100% chance, decreasing by 20% per attack. Okay, so that's actually really good. You want to stack up adjacent units around him, of course, so he can use this and block that ranged attack. Then the whip effect itself Basic attacks with a maximum 3 hex range deal 150% base damage, striking with more force. Okay, cool. And then, of course, we'll get equipment and whatnot. And then also, I didn't notice this, so the talent point system, it does appear to maybe be in place in this demo here. But if we go ahead and click on this, so gain 1 talent point every 5 levels up to 6 at max level 30. Use them to unlock nodes in the skill tree, which will customize each character's abilities and stats, right? So that's like all this stuff. So it seems like once we get to level 5, maybe we'll get a point where we can allocate into our heroes. Because of course we're going to be doing a lot of battling in this particular one. Okay? So we have the following assortment of heroes. I do like the Ice Dragon. So if you saw my first video, and I'll certainly link it at the end of this one and in the pinned comment below. But you know that the Ice Dragon is just amazing. Just an amazing creature for sure. You'll see him or her. I do believe it's a female dragon. You will see her. Yeah, female dragon. You'll see her in battle for sure. So let's go ahead and let's swap in the new units. Let's get our boy, the Skirmisher. Let's get you in there. Really excited to see what you can do. And then our new little alchemist, mad alchemist dude. Let's get him in there as well. Let's go ahead and focus on some fighting. So given we are a very low level and just kind of beginning here, let's go ahead and let's keep it nice and easy. Let's go to the Land of the Ruins. And let's go ahead and let's just do a basic fight. So you can toggle kind of what you want to do. You can go up to 3 skulls if you like. If you want a real challenge, this will give you 3 waves. Okay, so 3 waves of enemies. All right. And then you can also choose to just fight the boss in this location. You can also choose if you want to go day and night. Okay. So we're going to do just 1 skull. So 1 wave of enemies daytime. And let's see if maybe we can get some, of course, experience, but also some gear to better outfit our units. So maybe we can take on some of these quests. Let's go. We're going to hop on into battle and, you know, a lot like Morrowind and the Elder Scrolls variety, you get a little bit of lore, right? This game is really big on lore. And I do appreciate the artwork. I think the artwork is really well done. The battle maps look very nice. Of course, we've got the hexagon set up. And then here's our little turn order up top as determined by initiative, okay? You can get a quick look at your unit stats if you like. Over here, the skill bar has been moved to the bottom right, which is very, very nice for quick use. And then your action points or your ability charges more like right here. So using an ability will consume the amount of ability charges as denoted by these little orbs right here. So we can essentially use a combination of abilities in battle as long as we have the ability charge left. You can move and you can attack. So your movement phase and your attack phase are different in each battle. Okay, so what do we have on the field before us? We got some bandit spearmen and a bandit slicer. Okay, so, well, actually, no, these guys look like they're ranged. So that guy's ranged, that guy's ranged, that guy's ranged, as denoted by this little symbol right there. Okay, cool. Well, let's get on in there. Let's see what our new, I guess, skirmisher type will do in fights. And let's get right on up there. Let's just get aggressive. Let's go. Boom. All right, big hit for 50 and a return hit for 17. This guy right here, so what's he going to do? Firewall. Okay, so he's got a firewall. 3 consecutive hexes or enemies in a straight line. Okay, so maybe if we like set up a little firewall right here, hit this guy, but light this up to protect her a little bit better. I think that probably makes a lot of sense. Okay, yeah, so he's just a bit out of range, but let's go ahead and let's light this up. Oh, wait, never mind. Okay, so it starts on the hex that you click on. All right, so I would have done it right here then, had I known that. That's okay. Let's get this guy in range so he can deflect any projectiles. I think that makes a lot of sense. It looks like he's got some great range on his whip attack. So let's let it rip. Boom. 45 from deep. And you love to see it. All right, so this guy shoots, but that attack has been deflected, of course. This guy gets counterattacked, right? So given he's in the zone of control, he will take damage. And then this guy is just a blocking machine. Man, what a hero. Ice Dragon is great because it's got great mobility and an AoE skill called Ice Nova. Just one of the most money skills. Absolutely. And there's all kinds of different heroes, right? Like, I think the full release of this game, at least the plans for this game, are pretty interesting because, you know, like I showed you when we were back on the map screen, there's a bunch of different towns, which means a bunch of different heroes to discover and recruit. And then you can assemble your own army of 4, of course. So let's see. We have our, what's her name again? Kahina Sanu Natori. So Kahina is up. And we got basically their armored unit as denoted by this bar here. So that, of course, will deflect some damage, but let's go ahead and let's tear through it. In fact, we have this Blood Claw ability, damage multiplier 1.4, and it's going to restore her life. I think it's probably a pretty good move. Let's use it. Boom. All right, 55 damage, a big hit. And you see that health bar whittle down. Quite nice. Let's go ahead and end your turn there. We got the Mad Alchemist. This guy is a ranged unit, but he's also got cool skills like Firewall and the like. So let's go ahead and do this. Should set them both up. Boom. Light them up. That's right. Good job. And let's end your turn there, pal. And moving on to Kapu. All right, Kapu. Let's see what you got. So bare hands. I'm actually compelled by this skill. So if I go up here. Okay, so he's going to take that counterattack damage. And then use bare hands. It should attack him all the way down to this zone here. Let's see. Okay, yeah. Very nice. Alright, you love to see that. What a hit. Big hits, and it looks like he's stunned. He's got a debuff on him for sure. Big hit there, but the armor deflects it. Another big hit. These guys have an incredible amount of range, don't they? Wow. Let's go right here in Ice Nova. Basically, what I want to do is, you see the experience allocated to the dragon for the kill. But what I want to do is I want to try to focus on getting some experience and getting our boys leveled up. Because I do think that this game can get quite challenging, at least. If the demo, or at least my first run through the demo, is any indication on what could possibly happen, for sure. Let's go here and get the kill. That's right, get wrecked, bro. Alright, 6 experience. Very nice. We got the Alchemist. What is this? Madness Potion. So it's going to buff. Okay, cool. This guy is up next. Let's see if we can maybe take him out. So he's going to throw a Fire Potion. It takes out the armor, but the guy does persist yet. Well, let's take him out. Bam. Alright, 39. Good hit there. Kapu. My boy. Alright, Dragon. Munch. 40 ice damage. Takes a 21 hit in return. Let's go ahead and end the turn there. And let's see. So what does he got? He's going to take a damage and wow. Gets in there. Hits her for 42. A monstrous hit, but let's go ahead and Blood Claw him. Get that HP back. Let's get an idea of. Yeah. Okay, so we got a decent amount of HP back. Seems like a pretty powerful and useful skill. Let's go ahead and end the turn. And let's do a little Fire Vial throw. You bet. Melt that armor. And let's end the turn there. And then what do we have? It's your turn again. No, never mind. It's the Ice Dragon's turn. Let's hit him. Alright, so the shield looks like it deflects that off. Okay. Well, let's see if we can get out of here with any casualties. So, takes a big hit, but manages to just barely hang in there is Kahina. But she's got another Blood Claw ready to come out. And it's a massive and vital hit to the enemy. Alright, let's take him out. Looks like he manages to survive. How about that little whip action? You bet. And down goes the enemy, and victory, good guys. So now we're going to get allocated experience, and we're going to have the opportunity to level up. And obviously, you get most experience, it does appear, by killing the enemy. So keep that in mind as you're kind of setting up your units for kills. And then, of course, we do have reduced health for some of our units. We'll have to go back to the main screen and heal up as well. You can do that with gold. You can also repair armor. Let's go ahead and get some rewards. We got 88 gold. We got an old spear, so plus 9% damage. Old hammer, plus 10% damage. All right, nice. So we got some gear. Let's travel back. Let's throw that on, and let's get into another fight. Absolutely. Alright, so it does look like a bestiary has been added as well. So you can learn more about the units you're fighting, of course. Right, and it seems like the more you kill, the more you learn about them, like their abilities, resistances, and so forth. So it's definitely one of those games where you have to, fight more and more to get more familiar with the enemies. But again, it's just rich with lore. So let's go ahead and let's heal up. Let's heal up our squad. It's going to cost 98 coins. Of course, we have plenty of coins thanks to Control A. And then we can also repair the armor for 15 coins. That's good. Now let's go ahead and get outfitted.
Whip cracks.
So let's go to this screen here, and so this icon is going to tell you what type of gear the unit can throw on. So we have an old spear for you. Sounds great.
Layer after layer.
Kahina is all about the melee, so she can throw on that.
Just a little.
Let's see, this guy is all about the ranged. I think the dragon is as well.
Ice, not fire.
Nope, never mind.
Just a little.
So let's throw that on, and let's see if we can get some gear for the dragon. So let's get back out there. We do have the Land of the Ruins that we've already kind of visited. Let's go back to the Follow Plains here. And let's fight a night fight on just one skull. See if maybe we can grind a level or two, and then we can go to 2 skulls to see if we can take on 2 waves, of course. I don't know, this is going to be a very battle-centric episode, I do feel. But nice, like, his shield skill is just so key. It really is. So let's see. What do we know about you? Like, what are your passive skills more like? We can take a look after this fight. She's got Slicing Rush, so dashes through up to 3 enemies in a straight line, dealing damage to each. Each enemy hit increases damage for all targets by 10%. The dash must follow the hex grid's natural 6 directions. Okay, so if I go up here, 1, 2, 3, right? Should be able to. The answer is yes. Boom. 114 and 95. Wow, monstrous hits, and the alchemist levels up in face. How about that? Well, we'll definitely take that. Get a little potion throw and 12 more experience to add. Very, very nice. We have Whip Hook. It's going to pull a target to the nearest free adjacent hex, triggering a real-time event. Hitting the right timing deals bonus damage. Perfect timing also stuns the enemy. All right, well, you had me at stun. Let's try it out. Whip Hook. Okay, so was that a perfect hit? Doesn't look like it because he's not stunned. That little circular bar, right? Got to figure out where the perfect zone is. Let's get a little Ice Nova action. And Kahina, get back up there. Let's go Blood Claw. Very effective move. Just takes him out. Beautiful. Another victory for the good guys, which is good because we need gear, we need experience. In fact, it'd be nice to maybe get a hero to level 5. Jupo Draw, level 2. Kahina, level 3. Very nice. Got Blankara F, our Ice Dragon. A little more experience, a little closer to that next level, and Kapu. Alright, perfect. So now you see the stat increase for the level. Very nice. Kahina with a nice, what appears to be a damage buff. Not sure what this is statistically, but +1 overall is a pretty good increase. Got some gold. A weak healing potion. We'll certainly take that. That's a good find. Very, very good find. Alright, so let's pop on in here, and I want to learn a little bit more about, like, your passives. Maybe you don't have any passives. Okay, so you don't have passives. So this guy's actually really quite impressive, given he's got a couple of passive skills, right? So that's quite nice. Ice Dragon, do you have any passives? He's flying, which is, I mean, flying is obviously great. How about our Mad Alchemist here? Nope, he's just got skills, but most importantly, he can buff. I think I want to try to use that a little bit more often. Like, it seems like a buffed up Kahina could be absolutely lethal. Well, let's go ahead and let's throw our healing potion on you, Kahina.
Layer after layer.
Well, actually, no. So you can restore your own health. Let's throw it on this guy. It's pretty important to the cause. Let's get back out there. Let's go to the Land of the Ruins again. And let's see if we can't take on a tier 2 raid. Wait, first off, let's see if we need healing. Nope, we're good. How about armor? Nope, we're good. Alright. Cancel all that. Back to the Land of the Ruins. I'm going to go tier 2 at daytime. Let's go. And of course, we'll have 2 waves now. And we'll see if we can maybe get it done. Definitely going to be challenged more because the enemy So they outnumber us, first and foremost, and it looks like we have a lot of pretty strong melee units with some more of the typical ranged units behind. Now, I almost think about this as let them come in. So let's use the wait command, I think. And for you, let's go ahead and let's buff up the dragon. It's going to up his attack more for his, ice spell. Then this guy has to basically just stay adjacent so he can make sure to use his deflection skills. Alright, these guys can range us all the way from back here. Wow. So it looks like they are taking a defensive approach as well. Okay, interesting. I thought maybe they'd run up. So given that they did not, I think we have to push. So let's go. Buffed up dragon with the Ice Nova. Got to get these archers out of here. That was a pretty underwhelming hit by the dragon. And the dragon takes some return damage. I guess they're moving in and attacking them. Alright, so let's see. Bare hands, crack and cripple. Bonus damage targeting enemies' mobility with the crippling strike that reduces their speed by 3. Hex range 1 through 3. I think we have to target these guys. So let's see. Can I get you with the crack and cripple? Boom. Alright, 50. That's a good hit. Let's get in here and let's go. Blood Claw. Boom. Alright, 65. A big hit. And restores HP and face, of course. After image. What does this do? Moves at a blinding speed, creating 4 after images in random adjacent hexes to distract enemies. Okay. Pretty expensive skill at 2 charges. We have another wave coming yet. So let's just go ahead and let's basic attack. Good hit. Kahina is very strong, but takes a big hit in return as well, which isn't good. Alright, Alchemist. Getting in there. Looks like we have a nice firewall set up. Absolutely. Light him up. Let's see. So, Kapu. Let's get him in there. Okay, nice block there, man. Nice block. Alright, so they're shooting at Kahina. She's got to survive this onslaught. Good thing we have this guy, man. He's so good. Kapu. How about this? Dragon completely surrounded. Perfect Ice Nova. Gets the job done. And you love to see it. So let's go ahead and end our turn there, I think. With the dragon. Dragon's actually quite slow. Alright, so we're definitely going to need Blood Claw. So let's use it on you. See if we can take him out. 82 damage. A huge hit. Just a huge hit. A Madness Potion. We could do that, or I could look to just throw a Fire Potion at this guy. Let's see if we can take him out. Alright, nice job, Alchemist. Alright, Kapu. Let's see, what do you got? I think we simply just... Well... I think it's most advantageous to use your skills because you don't get counterattacked then. Alright, like that was a big hit. His mobility has been compromised fully. Let's end turn. What's this guy gonna do? He's gonna get hit by the Ice Dragon and then shoots Kapu, who at least has armor. At the very least has armor. Dragon, we gotta save your Ice Nova. It's getting close. Very nice. Kahina with the lethal strike on the marksman. Now we have the opportunity to prepare for the next wave. Alright, so Alchemist, put you right there. And we will simply end your turn, Ice Dragon. Alright, so 3 more come on the field. Looks like more of the units that we've kind of already seen. So I'm not really too threatened by this. Slicing Rush. I mean, I could go down here and Slicing Rush right through. Let's do it. Boom. Huge hit. Man, Slicing Rush is a great skill. Like, just a great skill. Let's go here and how about Firewall? Boom. Alright, nice. Roasted him. Very nice. Now this guy, getting involved. Crack and Cripple, I think so. I think Crack and Cripple is our play. Good little crack of the whip, you bet. Now we have the Ice Dragon. So let's see, what do you have? Ice Impale. Well, let's do Ice Impale. Okay, not bad. Alright, let's see what they do. So moving in on the Ice Dragon. Seems to have a lot of durability. Kapu takes a hit, then returns the favor for the kill. Slicing Rush, we need an open spot, looks like. So let's just go ahead and wait. The Mad Alchemist. Let's buff up you. And then turn. Let's whip and hook him. Actually, no, let's Crack and Cripple. Nice attack. Ice Dragon. Hit him. Huge hit by the Ice Dragon. Alright, end turn. What's he gonna do now? He's just gonna simply delete himself, I suppose. Victory. Good guys. Alright, perfect. So, closer to level 3 is Jupo Dra. Kahina. I mean, she's level 3. It's going to take her a while to get there. I think we have to probably challenge ourselves a little bit more. Maybe we can take on a tier 3 fight. Ice Dragon gets level 3, which is great. How about you, Kapu? Not quite for Kapu. But the role he plays is just so important. What kind of rewards? Did we get anything real good? Old Spear, +1 attack skill. Tattered Armor, 16 armor, and then Hardened Plates. Okay, nice. So we got some rare and uncommon gear. Plus 33% damage and stun chance. Plus 32 armor. Wow. Okay, cool. We got some good stuff that we can potentially equip to our units. Maybe we can take on a tier 3 fight. I'm not sure how feasible it is, but we'll certainly give it a look. Let's go ahead and heal up. Let's patch up that armor. Let's check out the squad.
Whip cracks. Booms break.
Alright, so I think this guy needs the big armor, for sure. So let's give it to him. Then Kahina.
Just a little. Whip.
Layer after layer.
+3 defense skill. I think it's better than +16 armor.
Ice, not fire.
Let's give the dragon that. A deadly mallet +33% damage.
Layer after layer.
Let's give that to you.
Ice.
Let's give this to you, and this looks like Old Spear. Do we like +9% damage? I guess this sells for more, so 1 attack skill is probably better.
Cracks. Booms break. Just a little experiment.
Looks like we could sell that, so let's sell it. Okay, cool. Very good. Let's see if we can take out a tier 3 in the Follow Plains. Let's do it at night. Let's go. In fact, this might actually be one of our little bounties. Because for the bounties, you have to go to the right place and you have to engage the fight under the right conditions, right? So it doesn't look like it, but maybe. I don't know. We still have, 2 more waves to go, and this guy's at half HP already. Kind of scary stuff. Slicing Rush would be nice to use, but it's just not, there's no opportune space to do it. So let's just attack him. 57, gets hits, 437, but of course has the Blood Claw. Let's move you right there. Let's throw the potion. Let's get you in there to take her out. Alright, levels up in face. Very nice. So this guy, ranged unit. Or maybe some type of hybrid unit. Let's send in the dragon for the Ice Nova. Blood Claw. We need it. Restore that HP. Alright, nice hit. Kahina, man. What a beast. Let's get you buffed up. Let's go ahead and let's crack and cripple. Boom. 65. That's a big hit. That's a big, big hit. And the dragon takes him out. Prepare for next wave. Okay, so let's see. Let's go Kahina here. You on the front. You back here and you right there, dragon. Okay, we got 3 more units on the field. And the nice blocking skills of our boy Kapu. Really useful. However, takes a big hit there. Well, let's see. So Kahina. Melee physical, so she doesn't have any ranged attacks unless we use a skill. I just want to kind of try to prevent her from taking the counter attack, which really hurts, but we need her DPS as well. It looks like she's got a grievous wound, which is just going to make her just weaker overall. Let's get Kapu buffed up. Let's move the alchemist back. So you could attack her from here. Let's do it. Boom. 94 damage. Big hit there by our boy Kapu. And you love to see it. Alright, so this guy goes up. He's going to hit the dragon. I'm okay with that. Dragon has a nice little spot right there for the Ice Nova. This guy takes a hit, fades back, and shoots the dragon. Now Kahina's just barely out of range to really be effective this turn. So let's be careful, but let's move her in. Let's call that good. We got Kapu up next. So let's see. Bare hands. Not really much to do with that. Let's hit him. Alright, nice hit. Got the alchemist. He's got the range. Let's utilize it. For 39, you bet. What's this guy going to do? He's going to come around and shoot at Kapu, who deflects the blow. Very nice. All right, Ice Dragon. Get in there. Munch on him. Let's go. 58 damage. Huge hits. And the dragon, of course, has, you know, all the HP. For sure. We got Kahina. Blood Claw. Boom. 106. A monstrous hit. Alright, let's see what they throw at us now. Okay, so kind of more of the same. Alright, good job. Kapu. Just doing great things for us out there. Let's go Slicing Rush. 114 just one-shots them. Beautiful job. Let's see. Gravity Bomb. Distorts time and space, creating a singularity that lasts the entire battle. All adjacent hexes require extra speed to move through, slowing movement in the area. What's the range on this? 2 through 3. So if I go here and throw a Gravity Bomb right here, it should slow down their ability to proceed, right? It should. Let's crack and cripple you. Boom. I mean, that'll definitely slow them down. Alright, big hit on Kapu. Okay, so is it this guy's turn, or what's going on? Looks like it's his turn, but he's not taking his turn. Know what I mean? Okay. Alright, we might be in some form of a soft lock here. It's hard to say exactly what's going on. I'll see what I can do about resolving this issue, and I'll be right back. Alright friends, so I did have to close out of the game to fix the soft lock. Not really sure exactly what happened, maybe something to do with that gravity bomb that we threw. However, I have reverted us back to the Fallow Plains on difficulty 3, and we are about to encounter the third fight, so basically I got us right back to where we left off. So let's go, third wave. We are down the alchemist, unfortunately, but that's okay. Let's rock and roll. Dragon, do some good things for me. Looks like Kahina takes a hit and gets a grievous wound. That's not good because it's going to... Yeah, so it just hampers her mobility, which is not ideal. And it looks like you get your ability charges back, actually, once a new wave comes. That's what it does appear. Well, that's good to know. Alright, so let's see. Can we bare hands any of these guys? Doesn't really look like it. Let's just crack and cripple. And then get the dragon in there for the Ice Nova. Man, these guys are getting through the shields of our boy Kapu. Alright, nice. Ice Nova. Super effective move. This guy exploits his long range. Of course. Alright, so we have Slicing Rush. I think what we need is we need the Blood Claw. Let's get it. Boom. Huge hit for 80. Restores health and face. You bet. Crack and cripple. Let's get the guy in the back. Maybe set him up for the Ice Nova. Let's see what they do. They're gonna move. Dragon's got him locked down, and there you go. The dragon feasts. This guy does move. You're seeing a pretty consistent theme here. The enemy seems to target our lower HP units. However, Kahina gets a level up and falls, but gets a level up. It's not the end of the world if your units fall, but you do have to pay more cash to revive them, okay? But either way, we are victorious in the first 3 skull fight we encountered. The Alchemist got wiped out but did level up, which is great. Kahina, level 4 now. So she's close to getting a skill up, which is exciting. The Ice Dragon, with his surprisingly low speed and initiative, still at level 3, and Kapu as well. So obviously the faster characters seem to accrue experience faster, which is what you would expect when you get majority of your experience for kills. So let's go with the rewards. What do we have? 98 gold, the old spear, old hammer, doing a little bit more damage. We got some more armor, which is great. Another healing potion. How about that? We got another hardened plate. How about this? Supreme Speed Elixir, +2 speed. And then a blue tier item. So it looks like the purple tier items are probably epic, I would think. +1 ability charge, though. Restoration. That's quite nice. So we got some more gear to kind of work with to get our team outfitted better. And then we can get back out there. Maybe we can try a boss fight. The question is, so the bandit boss. My guess is we fight the bandit boss if we go to the Land of the Ruins and toggle the boss fight. This right here says, track down the rogue leader who occasionally emerges at night to rally his forces in his camp in the Follow Plains. Standard raids, not boss encounters. Okay? So, Follow Plains at night. A standard raid. You stand a chance to encounter him. We got the Vadaka Plague. Hunt them down and drive them back before they spread further. So obviously it's the Follow Plains, but it kind of remains to be seen when and how you actually get them to come out. Then the Life Reavers. Under the cover of night, the Land of Ruins harbors blood-hungry Nish, twisted by the Moon Curse. Purge this deadly blend of cursed Nafas before their menace spreads further. So maybe we could do like a night fight. 3 skull. The Land of the Ruins to see if maybe we can get them to come out. We'll certainly see. Let's go ahead and get a much needed heal for 300 gold. Very, very expensive. Let's get repaired up as well.
Lair after
And let's go ahead and let's assess gear. So weak healing potion. Hardened plates. Supreme Speed Elixir, +2 speed. I think. Do we maybe give that to our boy, the Ice Dragon?
Ice, not fire.
I think so. The hardened plates.
All will bow to
I mean, who needs that the most?
with crack.
Lair after lair.
Patience.
Lair after
Looks
lair.
like this is a little bit better as far as the resistances
with
go.
cracks. Boons.
Ice, not fire.
Let's give that to you.
Patience is the key. With
Where's my alchemist?
Ice.
all will bow.
Just a
There he
little
is.
experiment.
Alright, let's get him some armor, tattered armor. Deadly Javelin, +3 attack skill, does armor piercing. Really? Well, that sounds useful for maybe one of our frontline
Lair
units.
after lair.
Can you throw this on? No, you can, okay. So you gotta throw on the mallet. Reinforced bow as well. We don't have any like true ranged units. Let's go with +1 ability charge for you.
Whip cracks.
So +1 attack skill for Kapu. Let's throw in the deadly javelin, +3 attack skill and armor piercing. Sounds great to me.
Not fire.
We have the old hammer. Reinforced bow. I mean, the old hammer does just a little bit more damage, I suppose. Okay.
All will bow to.
Behave.
Just a little expensive.
And then for you, buddy. Can't throw in the bow. Let's go +1 attack skill. I think the skill ups are better than the percentage ups. Well, let's throw the weak healing potion on you. Since you like to always take the first hit, it does appear. Alright, cool. Now let's go back. Let's do a level 3 raid in the Land of the Ruins at night. And see if maybe we can get one of these bad guys to show up. We'll certainly find out. But yeah, obviously the game does expand quite a bit. Like if you think about all the different areas you would have to fight. And the different things that you would have to do to maybe get out your bounty, right? So that is a pretty cool aspect. Alright, so we have pretty standard units. At least ones that we've seen. So I'm going to move up just a little bit. We're going to play this defensive. So let's move you there. Let's go Madness Potion on the dragon. Send the dragon in. I think we'll keep you right where you're at, buddy. Dragon's going in. This guy takes a shot, but it's deflected. Dragon, make it happen. Ice Nova. Boom. Big hit. This guy comes down. He wants to spar with the dragon. With the fierce counterattack of 37. So it looks like you only get 1 retaliation. Okay, so you, let's see. Slicing Rush. Boom. Big hit for 80. Huge hit. I think I'll just stay away from the gravity bomb. Let's get the hit on you. Melt the armor. You bet. And this guy's coming on in. For the crack and cripple. Can we take him out? We can. Very nice. Good job. Alright, and Kahina certainly is vulnerable. But we got the Ice Dragon to do a little Ice Nova. Alright, so this guy wants to spar with Kapu. It's alright. Take Kapu any day, and Kahina, of course, takes the hit. Enemy can't resist attacking her. Alright, how about Blood Claw on this weak ranged unit? Very nice. We got the Alchemist. Melt the armor, let's go. Alright, good job. Kapu. Let's see, so can we bare hands you? We sure can. Let's do it. Boom, bare hands. Just massive damage, man. 4 hits for what, like 250 points of damage? He's stunned, but he's still survived, surprisingly. I'm actually very surprised by that. Let's go with Ice Impale. Nice hit, Dragon. Way to go. Kahina takes a massive hit. Blood Claw. Make it happen. Nice, get that HP back. Looks good. Alchemist, what do you say? Melt armor in, steal soul? No, just melts armor. Hit him for 50. Good hit there, Kapu. Dragon, feast. You bet. Alright, prepare for next wave. So we definitely want to get prepared. We've got to get you on the helm. Right where you belong. And let's go. Right, I've got some more familiar foes on the field. Kahina with the slicing dash. I mean, she could do it. Would probably do pretty good against these guys. I mean, I've got to do it. Alright, big hits. Almost takes them both out, too. How about the firewall, though? Follow it up with the firewall. Answer's yes. Oh, whoops, I did that wrong and hit Kahina. That is definitely my fault. Where's the undo button? Okay, well, we might have just sacked Kahina because your boy screwed up there. I definitely screwed up. Let's see if we can get in and save her. Little Ice Nova action. And obviously, the biggest takeaway from that sequence is, you know, Firewall does hurt your own character. Alright, Kahina, get on some dodge. Nope, she falls. We kind of knew it was going to happen. We kind of knew it. Let's get Kapu buffed up. We're going to need him. Alright, Kapu, let's see. What can we do with you? You could go bare hands. Actually, no, he can't. Let's go crack and cripple. Kapu and the dragon working together. We got 2 more waves to go yet. Well, we got this and then another wave. Dragon's fresh out of ability charges, as well as Kapu. So let's see, Dragon, hang in there. Alright, good hit. Goes for Kapu. The one guy that can probably take the hit. Alright, so they're doubling up on him. Starting to get into that HP. How about melt armor? Alright, very nice. Good job. Kapu, the nice strike. Takes the return hit, but shakes that off. Alright, Ice Dragon. Do some good things for me. Let's go. Munch. 36 damage. Good hit. Alright, these guys up again. Gonna take a counterattack. Alright, that's a good hit, Kapu. Okay, goes for the Alchemist. I guess. Spread the love a little bit. Let's see. So what can we do? I think I just gotta attack him. 33 damage. Takes a return hit. Which hurts. Certainly does hurt. Gets a hit there and then gets counterattacked. Yeah, this final wave is going to be interesting. Alright, so Munch, Dragon. And levels up in face. Very nice. Alright, Kapu's down. Not good. Kapu is down. Alright, Dragon. Get in there. Get fierce. You are a dragon after all. Dragon with the big hits and prepare for the final wave. Alright, so let's buff up the dragon. Do we get ability charges back? I think is the question that I have. Okay, so more of the same. Can we do it? We do get some ability charges back. I mean, I could firewall them. We gotta take them out like one by one here. So good firewall there. Let's move you back. Alright, so they got a long range unit. Super long range. Dragon does have 1 Ice Nova. So I think we gotta get in there. And we gotta use it. And I gotta try to munch down this guy as quickly as possible. Alright, they come in. The counterattacks are strong on the dragon. And he seems to be able to shake off that damage pretty good. Alright, melt the armor. Nice job. Alright, Dragon with the counterattack. Very good. Let's munch, Dragon. Good job. Let's end turn. Alright, Alchemist goes down. Then there was only the Dragon. Definitely taking some abuse. So if I move, he's going to counterattack me. So let's just hit him. Ah, he blocks that. That's not good for me. Guess he was going to counterattack me anyways. Alright, Dragon. Hit him hard. Alright, we got to get this guy out of here. It's only a hit for 2. Not bad. Dragon feasts. Come on, Dragon. We can do this. Alright, that was a heavy hit. But a big return hit as well. We definitely have more maneuverability than these guys do. Okay, so we could use the speed elixir. Wish I had his ability charges back, man. How much HP do you got? They were hitting for like 11. You have what? Doesn't really show me exactly how much you have remaining. Man, they just shake that off, don't they? And then counterattack and take out the dragon. And we suffer defeat. Yikes. Well, that's not good. Jupo Aura. I mean, we got wiped. Let's be honest. But I do believe you still keep your experience. So dragon levels up. Yep. We need Kapu to get higher levels. That's what we need. He's kind of our most important character. I think things started to go downhill once we flamed Kahina. So let's get everybody patched up. In fact, it looks like if you wipe, the game just restores you, at least the current iteration of the demo. Okay, cool. I think we got about time for maybe another fight here. So let's see. Can we go Land of the Ruins? It looks like if we fight the boss in the Land of the Ruins, we're going to get this guy, a beefy bandit boss. I want to try it out. So let's do it. Land of the Ruins, boss fight during the day. Wait, actually, does it say? It doesn't. So let's assume during the day. Boss fight day, let's go. Bandit boss, bring it on. Alright, let's see, where is he? Sure looks like him. Yeah, there he is. The bandit boss. Little is known of this creature yet. He looks to be a melee unit for sure, just based on the portrait. Yeah, he is. And then 3 ranged units with him. Okay. So, Kahina. Let's go right there. End turn. Alchemist. Let's put you right there and let's buff up our boy Kapu. Kapu, move to your frontal position with the shield. End turn there and let's see what they do. Alright, so deflected that. Alright, nice. 3 deflections by our boy Kapu. Alright, bandit boss coming in. Okay, so he just kind of offers himself up. So let's go with Ice Impale. I mean, 1 through 7 hex range is absolutely insane. And I think, yeah, so we can just lock him up and just Ice Impale them all. Alright, good hit, Dragon. This guy has a lot of HP as well. So if I do Slicing Rush on the bandit boss. Okay, this guy has... Can't even see his stats. Alright, well, I think... I mean, this is just too sweet, right? That's a good hit. Now, let's see. Kapu. What are we going to do with him? We could get in here and we could start beating up these guys. Start taking out his support units. Alright, so it takes a shot at the dragon. I'm okay with that. Dragon has the HP. What's the boss gonna do? He's just going to completely annihilate the alchemist. Although the alchemist does hang in there. Making it unable to move or attack until its next turn. I mean, I think that's the key. Alright, nice job, Dragon. Way to freeze him. Maybe we can put some hurt on him. Let's see if we can get some hurt on him. $16. Man, this guy's tough. Very, very tough. Just a weak hit for 9. Let's see, so Kapu, bare hands. Not gonna really get it done. It'd be nice if we were on the other side of him. He's got the healing potion as well. Let's cripple his move. Let's get right up on these archers. Okay, so they take some counterattack damage. They shoot Kahina. Looks like he's going to remain frozen, I do believe, for his turn, which is good for us. Dragon Munch. 23 ice damage. Very nice. Let's end the turn there. Start a fresh round. Blood Claw. Boom. Alright, that's a big hit. Let's end turn. The guy remains frozen, which is great. Put a firewall on him. And Kapu, how you feeling? Take out these guys for me, would ya? Alright, nice job. Alright, so ranged attack. We're kind of used to those. Kahina, hanging in there. The boss is unfrozen. He's going to finish the job with the alchemist, of course. Hitting for 72. A monstrous hit. And now he, of course, will counterattack. So we have to be real careful. I think Kahina has to use her life-draining skill against him. So let's take out this guy quick. Alright, good job, Dragon. Blood Claw. Alright, big hit. Almost kills him. Restores HP and face. Let's go with Crack and Cripple. We take him out. You bet. 50 experience for the boss. Wow. 50 experience. I mean, most of these guys are giving me anywhere between 6 and 12, right? So 50... that's a lot of experience to get from one kill, for sure. So if you ever want to, you know, grind some levels, definitely do some boss fights. It does appear. It's probably the best way. So the alchemist got completely wrecked. Kahina had a really good showing there. Dragon. And then we got Kapu, who should get a bunch of experience. Absolutely, he does. 111 of 128. Real close. And for the rewards, do we get something real good? Okay, so we get a decent healing potion, a sharp sword, a deadly great bow. I mean, all good gear, for sure. Stun chance, grievous wounds with the sharp sword. The deadly great bow, plus 3 attack skill. A pretty good item, indeed. So let's pop on back to the main map that is just so pleasant to look at. And let's land this plane. I do think I've kind of previewed some of the new heroes, some of the new features. I think some of the UI features in battle are much improved, right? You used to have to like right click on your hero to use a skill, which would bring up this little wheel. And then you'd have to select your skill from there. I think moving it down to the bottom right. It's a really good improvement. The battles are certainly fun. I'd like to see a little more unit variety, of course, that you're going up against. Now, this is just an early demo, of course. The game is, you know, slated to go on Kickstarter relatively soon. And then I think the devs said they're targeting a Q1 2026 release for the game. Now, don't quote me on that. It's just kind of what I've heard. But if you want to support the game, if you like the game, then definitely sign up at that link in the video description below, because that's going to notify you, when the Kickstarter is live. And then there's other benefits to follow if you do that and you plan on maybe getting this game. So definitely do that. Let me know in the comment section below your thoughts about the game. I do know that the dev, really did kind of take the feedback from my first video that everybody was commenting, right? There was a lot of feedback. The dev took that feedback and, made some changes to the game based on that feedback. So, continue to provide feedback, right? What are your thoughts? What do you think would improve the game? I know that the dev is very plugged in and the dev is going to be pushing this video as well, and definitely going to be reading the comments. So let the dev know what you think about the game in the comments section below. And last, if you are new here, then consider becoming a subscriber as well. Join a growing community. Become an abo bro for life. All you have to do is just smash that subscribe button, smash the like button too while you're at it, of course, and become an abo bro for life. Releasing fun content on the regular right here, all kinds of fun game previews, and of course, we're playing and continuing to play the games that the community really likes. So I think that's about going to wrap it up for this episode of Fangs and Forges. But thank you so much for spending some time here. Looks like we got our commission completed there as well, and we ranked up in face as well. Okay, so that's quite nice. So that's what happens after you complete a commission. You get a bit of a payout, as you would expect. It looks like your journeyman level goes up as well. But yeah, my friends, this is gonna do it for Fangs and Forges. Thanks so much for spending some time on the channel today. I'm gonna get on out of here, and I'll be catching you in the next video. Thanks a lot.